Hi, this is Tony Casa Esmeralda, and it's Sunday just before Christmas. I just wanted to go outside because the weather was nice today. It is cold today, or cold to me as it would be here in the Adriatic, Mediterranean, Ionian area. I've been saying that for a while. I'm actually in the Ionian area of South Italy. I'm just down here with my dogs and my goats. Ziggy and Pippi are feeding, and same thing with Giuseppe and Bruno are here, and I thought I'd just make a nice Sunday, do some filming on Sunday for my channel. So thank you for all those who have liked and subscribed. Please do hit that like button on my videos. Please do like and subscribe, and we'll just do a little bit of walk down here, what I've been doing with the tractor in the last 2 weeks time. Ever grateful to have the tractor. I bought the tractor over 20 months ago. My neighbor used it, and a week later the motor was broken. So I don't want to know the exact story behind it, but anyways, the tractor is now fixed. I got the tractor to do this work 20 months ago, and this is something that I can now do over a time period of about a year or so. And I'm looking forward to doing this so I get better quality olives, and I can harvest and I can plant and grow things down here. So let's take a walk through, and then we'll say hi to my dogs, we'll say hi to my goats and everything, and we'll just have a nice time, nice Sunday. So left and right, so down here where these big trees are, where this big trees, where these are all olive trees in here. These are all olives, and they're all swaying in the wind. It's cold today. The Ionian Mediterranean Ocean has brought a really cold southerner. So left and right up here. So where that green tarp is, that's mine. But then a little bit here off to the left, behind the big trees, is the neighbors. And then all the way this, so I have over 10 acres down here. So straight this way over another 400 meters that way, and the same thing goes on the other side. And then they called this Bosco, or the forested area. I had a problem with hunters last week. It's another story. But anyways, this would be a nice area to clear with the tractor, do some plowing, do some planting in here. In the springtime this becomes a nice meadow, and there are plans of getting some more goats. So Ziggy and Pippi are here, and they're just kind of following me around. They've learned now how to get out of their corral, so I've had to put them in the root cellar now for the first time overnight. And I woke up this morning and they were all laying down on the hay and kind of dozing and sleeping and looking up at me. And as I opened up the door, then Pippi was like looking at me, oh, it's time to go out. And I guess, so I opened up the doors already at 6 this morning, and they kind of did some browsing on top, and they don't come down here alone. And I wish they would kind of come down here alone, because they got their bells on and everything. But I guess I would have to set up a corral fence, and I just learned if I would set up a fence, it wouldn't really keep them in. They would find some way to send out, even possibly if I had an electric fence. And there's another method with the goat collars and things like that, but I'm not into that, so I'm just basically into doing something simple. So they're having a nice time down here and following me around. The dogs are around. See, there's Bruno. Bruno! And this is part of my grove here. So all these trees, and you see the tops on these trees, like this one here. This one produced, I got some nice olives and olive oil out of this tree this year. This is one of the few trees I had, but the tops are just way too frizzy on this tree. And when you're trimming a tree, you should trim a tree all in one day, so the tree gets accustomed to its new pruning and everything. Not that you do it over like a couple weeks or a couple of days, and then it will start to blossom and get ready to blossom and bloom the new olives for the springtime. So now in the months of December and January and parts of February is a good time to trim your trees. So definitely this will be one of the trees that will get trimmed. And there's other trees, and I've been working back there to get trimmed, and the sun is out. And this is careb. This is another one of my careb trees, and they're looking for some careb that has fallen on the ground. So the dogs are here, so let's go over to where I've been working. There's all this clover here on the ground. There's lots of clover. So you can see some of my crawler tracks here. And there's some dead trees in here that possibly get cut. I have not cut them. I don't like cutting down big trees. Kind of like ornamental sort of thing. But a lot of this property, it does need a tractor, it does need a plow. And I'm looking online and I haven't found a plow for around 200-300 euros or something like that. Most of them are pretty expensive, in the thousands of dollars for a really good plow, and it's not really on my budget right now. So if I could find, you know, like a 3-stage plow or something like that, that would be fine. A 3-point plow, that would be fine to come through here. So I'm kind of nice to have a crawler, because if I had a tractor, farm tractor, it would not be very advisable to go sort of off these hills and things like that. And with the crawler, yes, I can go up these bankways and things like that, no problem. It drives exactly like an RV tank, so it's kind of fun. Even though the tractor is very old, it's working very good. I need to do some tension servicing on the crawler, so the wrench is coming the next week, and then that's about it. So there is regular service, upkeep and maintenance on a tractor. So this, I came in here with the still FS65, which really does the work. I think that's the name of the still I have. I think it's a 65. Very happy with it. So all this was prickle bushes and that sort of thing, and so I've been working on this. The only problem now is my chainsaw. Yesterday the drive shaft busted right off. I'm not happy with still. I bought their chains before, I bought their saws before, and their older saws are very good, and the newer ones, I don't know if the parts come from China or something. But so this tree is basically done. I'm pretty content and happy with this tree over here, and this where it's got a little bit of hair on the top, so that looks to me very beautiful. So when you're trimming your trees, you know, it's kind of like an art. It's kind of like a sculpting thing where, you know, you got this big saw where you got all your saws or your trimmers and things like that, and you're just kind of trying to get the best parts out of the tree themselves. So I mean, I could have trimmed off the tops there, and maybe I will do it, but normally you trim one tree a day and then you kind of leave it alone, sort of thing. So the sun is shining, kind of peeking through, and then you know, like this area, see, like on the other side here is another meadow, and I want to push through, get all this area here cleaned up. Here's the leftover pile of all the olive branches, and Ziggy and Pippi, they were eating this as I was trimming. So it's nice to be down here in nature with the goats and just plow and work away. I think the dogs have come onto the scent of a fox or a wild boar. It's unfortunate that I have people that want to trespass on my property, even though I don't have a fence or a gate down here, and they think they just can come in here and do what they like. So I came down here. I'm coming down here. It's like one of my favorite spots is like over here, sort of in this patch, in the sunlight patch. And then I was looking at this before, right here, right, and it runs. So this runs all the way down there where I started the video, where I started filming, and you know, like if I punched in both sides here and I could build a really nice garden or something like that, that would really be nice. Now that I got the tractor, it's just a matter of me finding a plow and digging this up and possibly burning some of the rest of the branches and things like that. But it's just enough for me to get the tractor through here and then trim some trees and then cut some firewood. So my firewood's going low, and it will be going lower now since I do not have the chainsaw. So it's back to doing the manual work when I first started coming here with just an axe and saw. But that's okay, just work at the heartbeat of nature and, you know, let nature decide what is best, basically. So this tree, see, there's a nice trimming job. I really like the way this side turned out. It was just the top right side a little bit, and it's got all hangers. See how the olive leaves are all hangers. So those are going to have very big, nice big fat olives on them next year in spring. And the side, as you can see, the sun is shining on that. So, you know, there are reasons why you possibly want to leave it, because sunshine is life and oxygen and things like that. Trees give off very good oxygen. So the goats are just kind of following me. So they've been pretty good. They have not ran away or anything. They kind of stayed around me, because the guy who raises them, he doesn't have a fence, and he has a very large herd of over 50 goats. I would say anywhere over 50 goats at least. He has a very large herd, and that's it. He just opens the barn doors in the morning, and the herd just starts to wander and go wherever it likes. Unfortunately, these guys, they don't do that. They kind of like to hang around me and wait for them to be like their mama and feed them. So somebody, as you can see here in the back, was thinking of maybe building a house or something, because there's a whole bunch of shingles. These shingles here, somebody left here, and then there's a very nice view here of the area. So, and when I got the property, this log was sitting here, and it seems like a broken off tree branch, but it's a very nice spot to sit. They're looking at the hawthorn, the huckleberries, which they really, really like. See, they're eating the hawthorns and the huckleberries now. That's the only thing, is that if I put up a fence to like one area, they're not going to get a very wide variety of diet, as a goat should have. A goat should have a very wide variety of diet, and not just grains and different, just one or two. So there's about a dozen things on my property which they like to eat, and some areas there's no hawthorn. So that's what I was thinking, how I'm gonna solve this problem with when I get more goats, and that how I'm gonna solve it and keep them sort of on a balanced diet so they stay healthy, because you don't want to lose a farm animal like this. You lose farm animals, you lose goats, and you know. Then looking down into my other neighbors on the back hill there, and finally way down onto the higher. So I'm up on the mountain here, and then that's why I have a crawler. So we're just going a little bit of a walk here. There's Giuseppe. Giuseppe, say hi to everyone. Say hi. Giuseppe. Giuseppe. Hi. And there's Bruno. Say hi. Hello. Hello. Everyone's here saying hello now. Say hello, Bruno. Say hello. Giuseppe, Bruno. Say hello. Whoa. Say hello. Ziggy wants to say hello. We're filming today. So, anyways. Some of my crawler trucks. So if I had a farm tractor, I wouldn't be able to drive in here. This would be too risky. Possibly for tip over and things like that. With the crawler, no problem. I can drive it anywhere around this property. So there's all these olive trees. You can see olive tree here, olive tree in front of me, to the left, to the right. There's more here. This is the open meadow. So behind these big trees, those are my neighbors' property coming off of their property on the top of the hill. So on top of that hill, way on top there, is also where my house is, off here to the right actually. And those are teak trees. And those are all teak, which is really nice. Because I'm only about 15 minutes away from the ocean. So, and I've been searching around the area, so I'm one of the few people here that have teak trees. So I'm wondering if, because there used to be, many years ago, there used to be a shipyard where they used to build wooden boats here. So this meadow would be nice. This would be nice to make a big vegetable garden in here, to plant and grow things. So just kind of walking around today and ideas of what I'm going to do with my tractor now that it's up and working and things like that. Sun goes down now around 4:30. It's all good. And then my property goes, same thing here, for at least another 300 meters all the way back here, all the way way back here, where those grayish trees are. So the hillside on the top there, it comes down, and there's actually a little, there's not a ravine, it's a little tiny creek about 5-6 centimeters wide. And I could actually get a little bit of water from the creek there and run a gravity fed hose down into here. And I could have a little bit of vegetable garden going in here, as long as the goats and the wild animals, the pigs and the foxes, don't come in here, which would be another problem. But it's all we're trying. So, and I just came down here too because the goats, they love this carob. My dogs love this carob. And so I keep finding carob trees on my property. Whoa. And now these prickle bushes, they're some winter food. So there we go. We got some winter food here, hey? You guys want some carob? Who wants some carob? There you go, there's one. Pippi wants one. See, some fresh winter food. It's these carob beans, they will hang on the trees for about 5 months. You want one, Bruno? Huh? Here you go. Here. Bruno. Come on. Come on, Bruno. There you go, sweetie. Okay. Oh. Pippi lost one here. Here we go. Pippi. There you go, sweetie. Huh? What do you think about goats? If it's on the ground now, she won't eat it. She won't touch it because it went on the ground. So Giuseppe doesn't mind it. He's a dog. He doesn't mind it fresh. These have been drying now since about September, but they will hang on the tree. So they're good for about 5 months. I could just do squishy squash here on these prickle bushes. I would not dare to come in here in the summertime. But I'm going to take a few as a snack for my animals here. Here you guys go. This would be lovely if I had a herd of goats now and they all be lining up to have carob. You want another one? You like this? Get yourself some good chocolate, substitute some quick energy. See, the farm animals, this is different, but to us human beings, this is another medicinal plant. You can look online all the medicinal properties of this carob that's available, or the Germans call it Johannesbrot. So you're not going to eat, you love eating carob. You don't want to eat it? Anyways, the dogs love it. See, they love anything that's sweet. Because summertime, there's lots of figs on the ground. There's lots of figs sort of hanging off the trees, which they like to jump up on. So just got to figure out my firewood cutting problem right now. Cut some firewood by hand, I guess. It's not a problem. There's lots of tailings and scrap firewood hanging around. Probably do a few grinds up and down the hill. But that's my property, so too. And back there, and I just, without the tractor, it would be very hard for me to do any clearing whatsoever. So I need that tractor to do the clearing, or to get the plant, or to put anything in the ground here, or to have more fruit trees and things like that. So, but out in nature, it's a nice day. It's just cold right now. Even though I have insulated gloves on, I can feel my fingers getting cold. And these carob trees, they're also a blessing, just to have some extra winter food besides grains and things like that for the dogs and the animals. So the dogs or the animals can eat something a little bit sweet or sugary over the winter time to keep up their spirits too. And if I get a little bit of a stomach sick or something like that, this will also be on my morning list of things to do. Okay, so this is Tony at Casa Esmeralda. I wanted to share with you some of the things that I do on my property or looking forward to doing. I hope to make more films, more videos, anything of that sort. Just have a nice Sunday. Yesterday was kind of stormy, and just be out here, I guess, and ride out the winter. And then when February, March comes around, it'll start to warm up again to 20 degrees. It's just cold right now. So take care. Bye for now. Please do like and subscribe. Hit that like button. Thank you for those who have liked and subscribed. And season's greetings. Merry Christmas. Bye for now.